The world was drowning in violence and sin. But in the middle of darkness, one man heard the voice of God. He was told to build an ark, a massive ship of hope, before the greatest storm the world had ever seen. This is the story of Noah and the ark, how faith built salvation while the world mocked and perished. Hit subscribe to join us here on God's Life Vibes. Tap like if you believe obedience can change everything. Share this video right now, because someone you know needs to hear. When God warns, He also provides a way of escape. The sky rumbled, and dark clouds gathered. People laughed, feasted, and fought, not knowing the storm of judgment was already on its way. Violence filled the earth. Every heart was stained with evil, every thought twisted with sin. And then, God spoke. His voice was thunder in the silence. I will destroy all flesh. The world is filled with violence. The end has come. But in the middle of this wicked world, there was one man who walked differently. His name was Noah. Righteous, blameless. He listened to God when no one else did. God gave Noah a command that would shock the world. Build an ark of wood. Make it large, make it strong. For I will send a flood to cover the earth. Noah trembled. The task was enormous. The people would mock him. But his choice was clear. Build, or be swept away. The sound of hammer and axe echoed through the valley. Day after day, Noah and his sons cut wood, shaping the massive frame of the ark. It rose higher than any house, longer than any ship the world had ever seen. But the people laughed. Look at Noah, they mocked. Building a boat in the middle of dry land. Where's your ocean, old man? Their laughter cut sharp, but Noah kept going. At night, he wiped sweat from his brow and prayed, Lord, give me strength. And the Lord did. Years passed, and the ark stood complete, its wooden walls towering like a fortress. Still, no rain fell. Still, the sky stayed blue. Then one morning, a sound shook the valley. The ground trembled as animals, pairs of every kind, began marching toward the ark. Lions and lambs, elephants and birds. A sight so strange, the mocking crowd grew silent. And then, the sky rumbled. The sky darkened. Winds howled. For the first time, people saw rain. A single drop, then another, then a roar as water poured from the heavens. Noah stood at the ark's door, calling to his family. Come inside. The Lord has spoken, the flood has come. The animals shuffled into the great ship, 2 by 2, as thunder cracked above them. But the people outside panicked. Their mocking turned to terror. Noah, let us in, they cried, pounding on the ark's strong wooden walls. But the door was shut by God Himself. Water gushed from the sky and burst from the ground. Streets turned into rivers, houses into islands. The mighty grew weak, the proud begged for mercy. Inside, Noah clutched his family as the ark groaned, lifted by waves. Outside, the voices faded into the storm. The flood had begun, and there was no turning back. For 40 days and nights, rain hammered the earth. Waves swallowed mountains, and nothing living survived outside the ark. But inside, Noah, his family, and the animals were safe, rocked by the very storm that destroyed the world. It was dark. It was frightening. Yet in the middle of chaos, the ark floated steady. Why? Because Noah had listened when no one else did. He obeyed God's voice, even when people mocked him. Finally, the rain stopped. Silence fell over the waters. The ark rested on Mount Ararat, a sign of new beginnings. God had kept His promise. When Noah stepped out, the world was washed clean. He built an altar and gave thanks. And God made a covenant. Never again would He destroy the earth with a flood. Life lessons from Noah's Ark. Obedience brings safety, even when the world mocks. God keeps His promises, no matter how impossible they seem. Faith builds arks, doubt drowns in storms. The flood destroyed the world, but Noah's obedience saved his family. When the door of the ark closed, it wasn't just wood that kept them safe, it was faith. Noah's story reminds us, when the world mocks, stand firm. When storms rise, trust God's promise. And when everything seems lost, remember, God always provides a way of escape. The ark was Noah's salvation. Today, faith in God is ours. Hit subscribe to keep walking with us here on God's Life Vibes. Tap like if you believe obedience still opens the door to salvation. Share this message right now, because someone you know is facing their own flood, and they need to know God still saves. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.